What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and here on the 2-Bit Crypto channel we talk about cryptocurrency every single day. And in this video we're taking a look at Saitama and their UFC partnership and a few other little cheeky bits that people aren't talking about. So if that's something you like the sound of, make sure you subscribe to the channel and let's get straight into this. So we'll come back to the charts in a minute, but we got this announced earlier. Saitama announced his sponsorship of UFC fighter Islam Makhachev. And actually, I think this is bigger news than people are absolutely making out to be. There's a little kind of statement here from the Saitama team. Now, whether that was Ruff, whether that was Elon, we wanted Islam to become an ambassador for Saitama because he's a great UFC fighter. He's disciplined and overall very respectful man, both inside and outside of the UFC cage. Said Aaron Malik, the developer at Saitama. That's interesting, actually. Shows I read this before. This sponsorship is a great opportunity for Saitama to connect with UFC fans and consumers worldwide, and more people learn the benefits and opportunities that cryptocurrencies provide. Now, we know that there are big sponsors. We know that there are big potential with the UFC. We got crypto.com is one of the only 2 sponsorship deals that are actually allowed to be shown on or that are approved UFC. So I think this is a really clever move from Saitama. They are getting into bed with crypto.com, albeit they're doing it through their, kind of through the back door a little bit. But I do think this is bigger news than people are talking about. People are talking about this partnership with Islam and saying it's great and he's a great ambassador. And absolutely, I'm not a big UFC support or anything like that, but it's great that they're getting someone like this who has potential. It's kind of like that 17-year-old football signing that could turn out to be the next Messi or something like that. So I think it's a really clever move, and we saw this Russ and Elon having, I mean, he looks a little bit out of his depth there. I wonder what they bought him for lunch, but into Saitama. And, look, hopefully this will be a long-lasting partnership. Hopefully it isn't just for his upcoming fight. I think he fights on the 22nd. Hopefully this is a longer one. But it's a very, very smart move, I think, anyway. Whether Elon, if you watch this, we need to do an AMA on this channel. I'd love to speak to you. I think he's very, very interesting as a character for Saitama. But when we take a look into some of the stats, we can see that Islam is the 4th ranked well, technically it's 5th, but 4th after the belt in that kind of lightweight category. And you can kind of click in and have a look at it. And then the other thing that I thought of was that I thought could be interesting for people to look at is actually the career purse. So career earnings 707,000. UFC fighters don't get the most amount of money. You can see some of these earnings from what he's done. His last fight, 60k a show, 60k win bonus, 11k fight week incentive pay. So it's growing. UFC is going to be huge, but 3/4 or 707,500 is his purse. So, Saitama could be a very lucrative deal for him and could really project Saitama into the kind of next level. And like I said, that whole bit with crypto.com, I think it's a very smart move. If they can start to get their fighter who then starts to pull in the crowds, who then can be the next, kind of Conor McGregor-esque kind of fighter that brings in the loud money, then Saitama are already in a partnership with him. Saitama have already got their foot in the door, and crypto.com is sat there as the big money player in UFC. So what have we seen? Well, look, we've seen nearly 13% rise. We saw a really nice sharp incline when the news dropped. We have seen some sells, and I think we're going to see that through a lot of kind of the next 12 months with Saitama. As we see some positive news, people will take profits and get out. But looking at the stats, 15.2 million liquidity feels better, 5.3 million daily volume, 1,047 million market cap, which I think is important. Saitama needs to stay above that $1 billion market cap. 331,000 holders, up just 0.2%, and is climbing. So we are seeing some people coming back in. The market does feel like it's recovering. The total market is down, but actually Saitama feels like it's coming out. So really interesting on the charts. Now, the other thing we thought, and obviously the Super Bowl was yesterday, and we know that Coinbase has now gone to the 2nd most downloaded app on the back of their adverts. And a lot of people thought we might have seen something from Saitama, or we thought that not necessarily a TV ad or that Snoop Dogg would come out wearing the gold and black hoodie, but Elon Musk, I think if you think Super Bowl ad is monumental, then you are wrong. Relax, the news will be released next week in stages. It's not national but international, so I think it's going to be interesting. And then if you kind of jump over, we have seen Saitama trending over on Twitter. It has just changed. If we click see more, I don't know if we can see what's trending. Saitama LLC down here, look, you can see that's trending, and we've got Saitama Inu, I think I'd seen was trending as well. So there it is at the top. So Saitama Inu and Saitama LLC. So interestingly, that we are starting to see some movement, and it feels positive. It feels positive. There definitely feels like there's a momentous shift in Saitama. I think we're going to definitely see some runs over the next week, and I think if they keep this news out now, what we need to not see is, I don't want to see some stupid PR stunt where we're walking down to the ring with Islam or anything like that. It just needs to be really professional, really about the marketing, really about the product, really about the company, not some kind of weird PR thing like we saw with the boxing. You know, that kind of didn't really turn into anything. Another opportunity, feels a bit more thought out, feels a bit more sophisticated. I love the fact that Crypto.com are in this and that Saitama are absolutely working towards it. I think Binance have probably had their time. I think Crypto.com is going to be a massive player. I think it's going to really challenge Binance. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. And guess what, guys? I'm going to see you in the next one.